Class of 2011, we are the future. Look toward the horizon and reach for the stars. Thanks, I just wanted to get that out of the way so that we can all say later that parts of this speech made you feel good. Class of 2011, look at yourselves today, seated across Tercentenary Theater as your fathers anxiously aim their video cameras at you, and then pan back to the less attractive person standing up here at this podium. Now think back to where you were exactly 4 years ago. Not much has changed. Right now, just like back then, you are wearing a cap and gown. And you are graduating number 1 in your class. Depressing sarcasm. Actually, a lot has changed. For example, AOL Instant Messenger in the last 4 years became GChat, and President Bush became black and much more globally respected. My good friend, Mr. Binky Blue Blanket, became Binky, College Blanket. We are older now, wiser even. I, for one, am much, much fatter. There was the freshman 15, the sophomore 7, and the junior stopped counting, too sad. Twinkies are shaped like my parents' disappointment. But let's all think back to when we were just 18, young, chipper Harvard admits, still waiting for our first mouth kiss. We didn't even know the Harvard lingo yet, like that a concentration is slang for a major, or that a TF is slang for someone who usually won't date you. I can remember when I left my small town to head off to this school. I felt like an old soldier going off to fight in the war. People would look at me and say, "Hey, youngster, gee whiz, you're going off to the big time. Send us a telegram, won't ya?" Then they'd sip bourbon out of a flask and criticize women's suffrage. It was a really small town. But I think I'm not alone in saying that some of us come to Harvard as hometown heroes, unjustly praised, unnecessarily encouraged, with so many pats on the back that we start to bruise. So I want to take the chance today to give Harvard thanks. Thank you, Harvard, for perhaps teaching us the most important lesson of all. We are not special. Maybe you thought, like I did, that you were an exceptional jazz bassoonist. Well, Harvard already has 5 exceptional jazz bassoonists. They've formed a quintet. You've comped it 4 times. And every time you go to their concerts, you cry in the back row in perfect syncopated rhythm. But not perfect enough. Harvard has taught us other lessons as well. First, that you should never, under any circumstances, pay real money for a Be Good burger. Second, that the only surefire way to make a group of people scream is to yell something like this: "Mather House?" This is Harvard, not Six Flags, okay, people? I also learned, and I'm quoting this secondhand here, so I may be wrong, that in order to graduate from Harvard, you must complete 3 tasks. 1, run naked during Primal Scream. 2, have sex on the John Harvard statue. And 3, pee in the stacks of Widener Library. I've only done this last one, but I've done it 9 times. And let me tell you, there is no more pure Harvard experience than urinating on a first edition copy of Bacon's Essays. But despite these lessons, there are still many things for which Harvard has not yet prepared us. Take a look with me into the future, into the year 2012, as we, the entirely non-special class of 2011, occupy the real world, which is not all that special either. In the year 2012, we will show up on the first day of our first real job. Finding real work difficult, we will leave after 30 minutes to go shop something else. In the year 2012, we will get into an argument with a bouncer at a nightclub, yelling something about unlimited swipe access. And in the year 2012, we will show up at a closed restaurant at 11 p.m., asking if they serve Brain Break. We'll then make a huge mess out of their kitchen. Look, the real world is a scary place. There's no overpriced course pack called Life on sale at the Coop. And there's definitely no way to form a study group so that each of you only has to read a part of it. In many ways, Harvard has failed us, and by that I mean that they have given us B pluses. But stand tall, Harvard graduates. Tomorrow, we will be just that. And that means something. It means that we'll be just like any other college graduates, only with a crippling inability to tell people where exactly we went to college. Or what a mouth kiss feels like. But I'll say it again. Tomorrow we'll be Harvard graduates. How many people can say that? Answer, anyone. Freedom of speech. God bless America. So long, class of 2011. May your futures be bright and your kids smart enough to go here one day. Just remember that still won't make them special. Thank you.